Dam speaking. How can I help?
Good morning. Who did you say you were?
Pardon?
I said I didn't catch your name. Who did you say you were?
My name is Chidam.
Chewed Anne. Good morning, Anne. Or Chewed, whichever it's going to be. My name's Mr. Lewington. My hospital number is 931902. I wonder if you could answer a couple of questions for me, please. Who actually regulates your hospital?
In terms of...
Well, once upon a time, for example, we had a PCT trust, which was an outside organisation which oversaw the running of a hospital. Who actually oversees the running of your hospital?
I mean, we have a trust board, our trust board, basically.
Yes, I heard this from the operator, but that makes your hospital self-regulating.
Well, we are in the process of applying to be, we are basically, we are not still, we're not kind of south, we still belong to NHS England, obviously, but can I just ask, what's this regarding?
Yes, it's regarding how the hospital is actually run in Southmead, problems which I don't seem to be able to resolve. And I wanted to speak to, once upon a time, as I say, we had a PCT which you could contact, and they would look into the matter if a patient felt there was a problem with a particular hospital. From my understanding this morning, you regulate yourself, so you have nobody to check on what is happening.
Well, we do. We had a, we are. Yeah, we're not we are still. We are not a kind of foundation trust. Basically, we are applying to become a foundation trust, but we are not at the moment. So we're not run ourselves, basically.
So if you make mistakes or if you are not performing, you only have yourselves to answer to, really. Isn't that correct? Because you do not have a foundation trust.
Well, I'm not 100% sure. You may want to speak to our head of operations, because I don't know exactly how it works in terms of, if you have a patient complain, what happens, where it goes to. Do you want to speak to? If you hold the line, actually, I'll just find out who would be the best person to speak to you.
Thank you very much indeed.
No problem. Hi, sorry to keep you hold. So basically, we have. Can I just ask, are you a member of staff who has concerns, or?
A whistleblower? No, I'm not.
So you're not a member of staff. Have you got concern about the treatment you receive from the hospital?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I mean, we have a complaints team, basically.
Yes, I know you do, and they never answer the complaints. Their telephones are always on answer phone. In fact, I've tried every department this morning, and every single department is on answer phone.
Hi, sorry, could you repeat that for me? Sorry.
I said I've tried your complaints department. They are on answer phone.
Yeah. Have you left a message?
I've left messages before. I left a message this morning.
And there's no response to you,
I haven't had a response, no.
Okay.
Now, the concern that I've got is every department which I'm telephoning now is run by answer phones.
All right, okay. I'm sorry about that. It's just they should normally come back. I don't know whether what's their SLAs, but they should come back soon. I'll just have a look.
Well, when you say soon, are you talking today or tomorrow or next week or next year?
Yeah, I'm not sure what's their SLAs. We have a sales
What are SLAs?
within the HR department, which we should go back, we respond within 48 hours, but I'm not sure what's their SLAs for that.
Okay, well, never mind about your complaints department, because I want to take this further, which is why I'm asking, do you actually have an outside body who regulates your hospital?
Okay. I mean, we are regulated by NHS England, basically.
You're regulated by NHS England. Well, every other hospital is as well.
Well, yeah, I mean, we are part of NHS England.
Who locally, perhaps I'm not explaining myself very well, but who locally regulates you? Bath, for example, had the local PCT trust when we have PCT trusts. From my understanding this morning, there is nobody to regulate the hospital and the running of the hospital. Your hospital has to be answerable to somebody. Now, who is it answerable to?
Okay, if you're on the line, I'll just find out for you, okay? Hi, sorry to keep you hold.
That's okay.
What I could basically, my supervisor basically advises, I'll take your details and I'll speak to the communication team and make sure they received your messages and when they're going to.
Actually no. I'd rather not go down that route because again it's self-regulating. Who regulates your hospital outside? Perhaps I could speak to your supervisor. Perhaps she could give me a little more information.
Okay, if you're on the line. Hello, is Ellen speaking? How can I help?
Good morning, Ellen. Yes, I understand that Jude has spoken to you, and she seems to be a little bit confused. The question which I've got is, who is regulating your hospital outside of the Southmead Trust?
Who regulates our hospital?
Yes.
I mean, that's a bit of a tricky question. You want to complain to somebody, do you? Is that?
I would like to raise a few issues, yes.
You like to raise some concern.
My understanding is this.
So you've already raised a complaint with our complaints department, have you?
I've attempted to. On several occasions, your complaints department, despite what the department says, that it's open throughout the day, there's never anybody there, it's always an answer phone. It's the same with every single other department.
Okay, have you just phoned? Have you sent an email, or have you?
No, because when I telephone, I expect somebody at least to pick up the telephone at the other end. It's a hospital.
Right, okay, but I mean, that is the route. Are you a patient?
Yes, I'm a patient.
Yeah, I mean, that is the route that...
Actually, the route is if a hospital isn't performing and a patient has concerns, we can actually take it outside of that hospital.
Sorry, could you say that again?
I said the route is, If a hospital isn't performing and the patient is not getting a satisfactory response from that hospital, then they can take it elsewhere. And my
Right,
concern
okay. Well, okay. I suppose the thing is you've come through to Human Resources, and we don't deal with patient complaints. Our patient complaints department deals with them, and they know the processes that are involved when somebody has concerns about the service that they've...
your patient complaints are to try to dissuade against litigation, and will use every other route not to resolve the problem, in my experience.
Okay. Well, that is the route that patients need to go through.
Well, in that case, who is regulating you?
Well, that's something that you'd need to speak to them about.
Well, I'm asking you, your Human Resources.
Well,
you would know.
With that side of things.
Okay, well, who does deal with that side of things?
What we could do, though, is speak to patient complaints and ask them to contact you.
I've left a message.
Make sure that they've received your complaint.
I've left a message with patient complaints in the past. My complaint has not been resolved successfully. Therefore, I would like to put the matter in the hands of an outside regulator.
Okay. Have you written a complaint? Have you sent a letter? Or...
I've been to your hospital to register it in person.
Have you just done it over the phone?
I've actually spoken to your department.
Sorry? Hello?
Yes, I said I've actually spoken to your department in the past about this. The problem has not been resolved.
You've spoken to, you haven't spoken to our Human Resources?
No, because I've just been put through to you.
Right, oh, I see. Okay, did Switchboard put you through?
Yes, they thought you were the best person to speak to regarding this.
Right, okay. I mean, like we've already said, I think the best thing that we could do is to contact patient complaints.
Okay.
And ask them to contact you.
Okay, you contact patient complaints.
Okay.
I would like to speak to somebody today about this.
Right.
I don't want...
Can I take your details, and we'll do our best to speak to patient complaints.
My name's Mr. Lewington.
Mr. Lewington. Can you spell that for me? Is it
Lewington.
Ton. Okay.
And I can be contacted on 07572
Yeah.
863 755.
755. And what's your first name?
Jonathan Lewington.
Jonathan. Okay, and that's 07572 863 755.
That's right.
Is that correct? And Mr. Jonathan Lewington.
That's right.
Okay, well, we'll make every effort today to contact patient complaints and ask them to contact you as soon as they possibly can. Okay?
All right, thank you very much indeed.
Sorry, we couldn't...
well, I found you were very evasive, to be perfectly honest with you. You stalled at every point and did not answer my questions.
Sure, well, I mean...
You tried to go around the houses so that I wouldn't find out who it is that actually regulates your hospital. And that is why I'm dissatisfied, because your complaints department do not deal with complaints. However, if you'd like them to give me a call, I'm sure we can go through this whole rigmarole once more.
Okay, then.
Thank you very much.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.